a concise approach to top-down market strategies and the forces affecting investments. That's the spoken word on investing.
Let's get the spoken word now on robotics companies from our Chief Equity Strategist, John Blank, joining me via Skype from the West Coast. John, you say that automated companies or automation companies and robotic companies are a hot ticket right now. Why?
Terry, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't matter what politician or what stripe of politics you follow. What's going on right now is an explosion of industrial robotics implementation. And it's happening in all kinds of countries. If you think it's just India and Japan and Europe and the United States and China, you're also missing out lots of little countries like Taiwan and United Arab Emirates. Wherever there's money being made in these markets is where you can get the productivity up, and industrial robotics are what does that for you in manufacturing.
So just to clarify, what we're actually saying here is you have a lot of companies now either introducing robotics into their mix or expanding their use of what they're already doing on the robotics front, right?
Exactly. Introducing, expanding, or upgrading, Terry. I mean, we got to remember that, once you install robotics into a system, then there's always going to be a line engineer who said, hey, can we get fewer ones that are more higher performing? Can we get the new ones with new programming? Can we add new ones to the ones we have to extend our lines or do new services and new capabilities? All that's adding growth rates and earnings to these companies that provide industrial automation. And what I'm talking about here isn't, your type of C3PO, R2D2 type of Android. I'm talking about sticking labels on boxes, putting pallets under shipments, putting things in boxes, welding, painting, very basic assembly operations that can be done at high speed with high precision by these industrial robotics companies.
So representing the skeptics in the audience, John, what impact is this going to have, or might this have, on the workforce here?
Well, Terry, it's always the case that these things chop out the real basic repetitive skills. And so unless you're a person who has employment and basic repetitive skills, you've got nothing to worry about. And in fact, you've got a rising productivity, which is going to mean that your company is going to be able to pay you better. And if we get this 4.5% unemployment rate to 4%, you might have some leverage. You might be able to talk to your company, get a raise. So it's net got to be good. Unless you're a low-skilled person, then it's not good.
All right, give me a couple of names.
Names I like. One in China, Holly Systems, ticker HOLI. This company is really automating a lot of stuff, but mainly in the railroad area. And China is still building a lot of high-speed rails and switching and moving stuff around that big economy. So take a look at Holly Systems. The other name I like is Fanuc. This is a Japanese company, and they make the real traditional industrial robots, and they do a lot of shipping and a lot of selling in the United States and Latin America. These are the ones we're talking about. These are the high-speed precision automators of industrial processes, ticker FANUI, Fanuc in Japan.
All right, John, thanks for that. There you have the spoken word on robotics from our Chief Equity Strategist, John Blank. I'm Terry Ruffalo.